Push! So one of the funny things that has happened over the last few weeks is that you have been asking us, when are you going to start the house? We've got some super exciting news.
And we're going to share that with you. We need to rearrange things in the barn here so that we can move some more things out of the house and store them in the barn. Things we want to save. I think this ladder's going to have to move. Not the best place for the ladder, but it'll do for now. This marble slab was in the house when we bought it, and we're keeping this to be our pastry table in the kitchen. We may not have a house yet, but you've got to have a pastry table. Let's get the base for the sink in place. Hopefully it's going to be stable enough. And the sink, also from the house when we bought it. Woo-hee. I've got the sink in place, the cooker on top of the pastry table, the water barrel, our drinking water while we're here working all the time, and lastly, a little surprise for Meraid, a potting table. I've got some space over here to move more big stuff out of the house. That was today's objective. So tomorrow we're going to be hefting, humping and shoving some big stuff. We got the barn cleared to move the big things we've got to take out. This is all about our future plans. It's 6 meters wide, this barn. It's a fantastic space. £2.15. They're fantastic boxes, still pretty solid. It's the first one we're going to save. It's the closest one to the door. It's the smallest one. There's a much bigger box over on my left here. Got this fabulous piece of cork here that we're going to save and use.
So far, all of these gadgets were in here. So we got another spur, a barrel tap, another big key, a holy tile, a bottle full of vinegar, and this piece of wood, which I'm sure is for something particular, but don't know what. I'm going to put all of these things that we find, the little bits, along this bench and have a look at them when we're finished. I love that.
So the idea is I'm going to push this out, slide it on its current supports onto the planks we've got that lead out the doorway. Push. I'll keep.
Well, we both push then.
Yep.
Oh. Where are you?
Here.
So you want the ladder? Separate the ladder?
Yeah.
Or further back? Are you trying to pivot the ladder?
Yeah. So you ready for me to push?
Yeah. You're not killing yourself now, are you?
No.
Oh, I'm melted. Oh, the ladder's moving. Now, how far do you want the box over that piece of wood? Wow, it's the first time that's seen the light of day. There, I've moved it.
2, 6.
Yeah, we're free. How we doing?
Good. Okay, stop there.
Yeah.
Wow, I know I was going to go the other way.
Why?
Because of the hooks on the end of the ladder.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, still good. Right, we're on the wood.
Push. Stop.
Why is it not sliding this time?
It's heavy. Maybe it's easier to slide it across the pieces of wood than it is along the ladder.
Yeah, maybe it is. Well, do you want me to try just on a piece of wood?
Yeah, take that ladder out. Right. The Egyptians knew how to do it. Let's try a roller.
Well, do I need to throw some sand over as well?
Hell yeah.
Oh, jeepers. If I was an Egyptian, I'd be home making the dinner. I think I want to be an Egyptian. What the hell is an Egyptian? Whoa! Whoa! We're sucking
Now we're cooking with
diesel.
Cooking with diesel?
Sucking diesel.
Sucking diesel. So this is the big box we're trying to move today. With our experience yesterday and inspiration from the ancient Egyptians, we think it's going to be a lot easier to move this big box.
Easier? So we need to cut this off then?
Yeah, we won't get this box out without taking that off.
Right, where shall I saw? So we reckon there's a peg or something up here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Holding into the lintel.
Yeah.
And another peg into the stone, because we know there's a peg on this. There was, no, not on this one. There was a peg on the other one. And hopefully the house doesn't fall down. Please say I'm not going through a nail. I can't really get any sawing action. Oh my goodness. Nearly through. This is the weirdest way to use a saw ever.
I think we're through.
Oh!
It's okay. Pull the whole piece of wood towards you.
House is still here. Was there a peg? Oh goodness me. When we started our YouTube channel back in July, We had no idea that come March, the following March, we'd still be waiting to start the house.
We bought the house in end of May 21. We spent the first 6 months clearing and looking at what we've bought and thinking about how we want to live in this house. We decided we needed an architect to help us with the structure and the roof form and the layout of what we wanted. October 21, we hired an architect. By November, sometime in November, we agreed with the architect what we wanted it to look like, how we were going to do things, and he set about doing all the drawings to get the project license.
Yeah, so by the time we had made the agreement on all of the things, it was about March last year when we finally put the application in.
We are not making any major changes to the house, so we don't need planning permission. But we do need a project license, so we can do any work on the house. And that is what we've been waiting for the last year.
There's been lots of little things going on in the background with toing and froing, not about changes to the house or anything, but little tweaks that need to be done for the permissions to go through. A few days ago, we've heard back from the architect. It looks like that license is coming in the next few weeks. One of our favourite comments was, they're so focused on planting the vines while the house crumbles behind them. Because it's true, we do spend a lot of time working on the garden because that's what we can do at the moment. And it's good to do what you can, and it kind of takes away the thought about when are we going to start this rebuild or when are we going to start the renovations. We're absolutely itching to get started. But one of the things I've said before about living in Portugal is that the people are really patient. And the thing about patience, it's a two-way street. We've had to learn to be patient as well because things take time in Portugal.
Hopefully we can get this restoration underway soon. We really want to get the roof on before the end of the year, before the rains come again and do any more damage, before it crumbles further behind us.
We're feeling very confident at this stage that we should definitely be able to start in the next few weeks. And that is why we're doing all this clearing out, because we need the house cleared now before we start any of the works.
So everywhere is clear for the builder to come in and start the restoration work.
Don't worry, we have no intention of doing this entire building ourselves. I have way too many plans for the garden, so we'll be hiring a local builder. The schist work is very specialist, and we definitely want somebody who knows what they're doing to help us.
So we have taken inspiration from the ancient Egyptians to move these boxes, and we've been listening to a bit of 80s pop.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Rollers to help us move this box. So there's a log underneath the box here that I'm hoping the box is going to slide over so we can get it onto a roller over there. The idea is I'm going to push it, I'm going to put a roller on that little platform there. I'm going to push it onto that roller, then we're going to start pivoting it across this plank, which needs a bit more support, and then onto a couple of rollers on the two planks over there.
Oh, it's moved. It's moved.
Yeah, it's moving. Nothing inside here apart from a bit of old newspaper.
But we can check the date on the newspaper.
Yeah, we can check the date on the newspaper and see when it was put in the bottom of the box. Oh. Right, let's have a look at the other end. Okay, time for you to do something here.
Okay, what am I doing?
You're going to push that roller underneath this corner. I lift it up.
There.
Cool. Is it going to go over the threshold?
It's about 2 mil, 3. If it lifts there, we could put something under it.
Okay,
right
we
now.
don't need to worry about that just yet.
Okay, it's just tight. What's the plan, Dan?
To slide it.
I want to see what's over there behind where you cleared.
Some more logs.
Another box. Oh, that box I think is, yeah.
Might have something
There might be
interesting
some,
inside it.
goodness knows.
Should we have a look inside?
Yeah, quick look. Because we don't normally come into this section, but this isn't too bad, as you say.
No,
Let's
this
have a
is
look.
Okay.
Whoa, the
Right,
big
the
reveal.
first
Hold
opening.
on. Hold on.
Something like woodworm in this.
Yeah, it might collapse when you, oh my goodness, I'm always scared at opening these things. Here, let's go. Whoa.
An empty box.
Empty box. Another empty box. Newspaper of the week.
There you go.
Daily read. Let's have a look at the weekly newspaper. Let's see what we were reading. Oh, let's get a date. The date's torn off or eaten. The date's eaten. Oh, there's a muscle man.
Okay, right. On with the mission.
Oh, I'm enjoying reading through the paper. Right, we're doing grand here. We've all the weight on this tiny little corner now, Dan. Still on the threshold,
Yep.
but very, very tiny amount.
I might need you to come in here and hold this roller in place.
Oh, too far over here. Oh, stop. One of the thin logs is barely on the supporting wood.
Right, now I'm going to push this end in.
Okay.
Yeah, wiggle it in a bit.
Let me remind you that my name ain't Twiggy. Is this one okay?
Yep. Okay, that's going to be spot on.
Is it?
Yep.
But you've got to be able to lift it right up over it.
Yep.
Okay.
Can you push it that way, the whole box that way? Okay.
Can I lift that one, do you think? And you push?
Yeah, you might be able to, yeah.
But then we're both locked inside.
I'm going to climb out over the top.
Oh, over all this stuff. I better get the brush in, prepared to climb on.
Okay, one more.
Oh, we're in the wall. And the wall closes in, unless that's an optical illusion. I'm not climbing up when it's a seesaw.
Okay, do you want to go? Actually, this is quite an easy way to move it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not too hard for you to push,
No,
is it?
no, it's easy to push. Ow!
You right?
Something nipped me. Right, I'm free!
Right, here's some rollers for you.
It's wedged on this side. And right over here. There's enough room for both of us to sleep in here.
In the box.
Right.
Well, the bolts
What'd you say?
Are we resting on the rollers on the outside yet?
Almost. I'm just trying to get you a wee bit more space. Oh, stop, stop, stop. All the rollers are rolling. Ah.
Right, now let's get the second roller in under the very end. Right.
Oh, that's perfect.
We good? We're about to drop off the threshold.
Good.
Whoa.
Right. Are we good for lunch, or do we need to put a brick or something under it?
Put a brick under it.
We're going to clean these up, get them dry, and then treat it with borax. And that should keep them good until we move into the house. We've got to move barrels, wine barrels, out of the room. But at this stage, I'm just completely whacked. So I'm going to just be camera woman and let Dan do his thing.
They're not in particularly great condition for keeping wine in. I've got a couple of ideas for projects with this wood. I think they're just going to collapse as soon as we move them. All the straps are completely rusted. Hopefully in the future we're going to be rolling full wine barrels out of this Adega room. We'll see you next time.
No, that's sludge. I think not.
Yeah.
That's what they call the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.